everyone, and thanks you for being here today as wake up early today morning, right? I'm Cindy. I'm going to share with you my research, antibiotics discovery. Um, if we have ill, sickness, or even too much tired, we go to meet a doctor. After several examinations, doctor will give us some kind of medicine, including the antibiotic. For my experience, most of the time I took antibiotics. How about you guys here? Have you ever took antibiotic? If you did, raise your hand. Yeah, I did. Most of us did. And most of people outside this door did. It shows how antibiotic is widely used, applied in our daily life to protect our human health. That's why discover the antibiotic really important. Let us look back through the history 80 years ago. 80 years ago, people do not die because of their some disease like heart disease or cancer, because they are busy to facing with some easier like infection. At that time, a small iron, dirty iron, pumped into the skin, and it can cause the infection, which at that time people call as the blood poisoning. And it's like a death sentence. People might be really lucky to discover it or they die. At that time, 80 years ago, doctor cannot do anything because the thing to kill the infections not yet discovered. But everything has changed when antibiotic first found by Alexander in 1928 and start using in 1943. But the question is, can this like miracle medicine, the golden approach of it, can change the death sentence infection, become something human can recover within days? Can it work well forever? No. The answer may be no. Because all things will have the end of its own life. And for antibiotic, the end of it is the resistance. When the bacteria, the virus, do not scare of the antibiotic anymore, and this might be the food for them to even grow faster. And the first identify of penicillin resistance found in 1945. So it means it's not work well. How can we do? Don't worry. The hardworking scientists as us all here is found another antibiotic. For example, vancomycin was found in 1972. So the running race of the antibiotic and the bacterial resistance start other and so many other antibiotic is found and pass the bacterial resistance. That's why the World Health Organization (WHO) calling for discover the new antibiotic. Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing right now. Discover the new antibiotic. And thanks to the nature, we can discover the antibiotic from the nature. For example, from the mushroom as penicillin was, and maybe can from the bacteria as well. And the half of antibiotic is found from the actinobacteria, which is a kind of bacteria can living in different environments. For example, soil, in the marine, in the sediment, or even in the aquatic environment. It can produce the chemicals it owns, and some of them can use as the drug, the antibiotic one, to protect our health. And the work is to identify how ability of that chemical can treat, can kill bacteria and virus, can face with the infection issues. And we need to identify the function of the chemical to find out the mechanism, how the chemical work in the body, how it affects to the virus and bacteria, so on. But how if all the way out and at the end we found that the chemicals not work at all? How can we do if finally this chemical can kill bacteria but it also harms to our health? It's all questions will lead to the result that we cannot use it for medicine, for clinic. So fortunately, nowadays, as the increasing innovation for biology, chemistry, physical, mathematics, it's all can apply to discover the antibiotics. And from the beginning, we can research on the genome and find out which cluster in the gene, which part in the gene can produce the compound that we want, have the potential functional group of the chemical, and have mechanism to work at the medicine that we want, and we call it the target compound. So find out the target compound also apply in the way that we design the different media, the different environment for them to encourage them to design, to produce more the target chemical that we want. Yeah, that is why we can have a very higher potential and higher proportion of success for find the good antibiotic to protect us. And again, 80 years ago, people might die because they not yet have the antibiotic. But nowadays, people might die because the antibiotic do not work anymore. So together, we let give our hand to discover the new antibiotic and use it smartly. I believe that together we can make antibiotic work well and protect human health and also the animal in agriculture. Yeah, that's all about my talk today. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Any questions?
If you have any questions, please raise your voice. I'm willing to listen to you.
As I know, the speed of antibiotic resistance is even faster than the that we discover antibiotics. And maybe right now, maybe everyone wants to antibiotic lab that is not resistant.
Yeah.
So in the smart field, fields, it should also play a very important role. We don't stop.
Yeah. So it's your comment, right? Yeah. As we know, as the antibiotic can reproduce very fast in a seconds, in a minute, but for humans, we need 15 years, 15 years to have a new generation that can work. So the speed of bacteria might be fast, but the point is humans have our intelligent brain. We together in a different approach, mathematics, physics, biology, and chemistry. We together can hold our hand and analyze and find out the new antibiotic. And as you say, use smartly is very important because it can transfer the resistant bacteria can transfer from human to human. Yeah, so very scary. And I really hope that I can give a small hand into the race of antibiotic and the bacterial resistance.